Yay,
Hey
hi.
everyone! We've been watching the comments, the live chat, and we have a song for you.
We do. It's not very well prepared.
It's not. We literally made it up in the 30 seconds before we hit start broadcast. But here we go.
All right. Okay. All right.
You better watch out. You better.
Wait.
Wait, we got it.
Oh,
You
got it.
better watch out. You
You
really
really
should
should
write. You
You
better
better
hit
put
that
the
word
word
count
count
where
on.
it's telling you what
That's-
NaNoWriMo's coming to town.
That last part was improv. I didn't know anything about the last part.
As you can tell, most of it was pretty solidly put together, so apologies for the improv. Cool, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming. My name's Tim.
I'm Hannah.
We work here over at Camp NaNoWriMo HQ. We believe the world needs your novel, or if you're writing something else, that's needed too.
We also brought some nano birds with us today.
These are NaNoBird's representatives.
Yes.
Hannah pointed out wisely that NaNoBird can't come inside, obviously, so she sent her ducks. Cool. Well, thanks for joining our virtual write-in. Hannah, what is a virtual write-in?
Well, virtual write-in is a time for us to get together and write with some word sprints, which if you don't know what word sprints are, we like to have a amount of time, like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, that we sometimes give you some prompts in that you can write along with us, whether you're just trying to get out your word count or you actually want to try some of the prompts, which are all optional.
Totally optional. So we're super glad you're here. I think we're going to do a really fast warm-up just to kind of let people show up. Some people are straggling in late. I know I was always one of those late stragglers.
Yeah, I'm usually always running late.
Yeah, so to make some time, we're going to do a warm-up sprint. We're just going to go for a few minutes.
Yeah, like three.
Yeah. And basically, it's just we want you to kind of like just kick off the scene that you're writing right now. Write as fast as you can for 3 minutes. If you happen to be an overachiever and want to work in a reference to a bird in honor of NaNoBird,
who's outside right now.
outside. You can maybe hear them chirping right now. That would be great. But no, like, you know, that's just brownie points. That's just you being cool if you do that.
So, we love NaNoBird, apparently it's a thing now. So we are going to start our warm up for 3 minutes right now. We have about 1 minute left on this warm up. If you guys want to share your favorite line too, we could read some out. But that is also time. You want to finish up the sentence you're on?
Cool. Yeah, if you want to let us know what your word count was for that quick little warm-up sprint, if you happen to use the bird in your scene or not, and shoot us a sentence like Hannah said, we would love to see. We're so curious about your projects. Curious like George.
I had 423 and I didn't even bring my writing with me. I'm one of those people that writes by hand first, so I have nothing on my computer.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Wait, you wrote 423 words just now?
Yeah.
I just counted
nothing really interesting, but it works.
I just counted up my words and I was super proud of myself, but I literally wrote 54.
54 is still 54 words more than you had.
Yeah, all you under 100 worders. Let's make a club. Cool. I'm looking at my phone because I'm keeping track of the live chat, and Hannah is keeping track of the live chat as well on her computer.
Not very fast. I'm slower than the live chat.
Let's see. Kyla Phillips joins the under 100 word club. Yeah, with 75 words. And one of her sentences were, "Your career as a motivational speaker is doomed," Xenia complained. I love it.
Yes. Let's see. I can't keep up with the word with everything, and I just exited out of the chat on accident.
Oh no.
So
well,
I'm not very technologically savvy. I'm really bad.
Sharice Mojgani, sorry if I messed up the pronunciation, but wrote a cool sentence. Wrote, "When I got back to my car, I noticed some bird droppings on the windshield. I looked up and saw that there, sitting in the birds of the shade tree, was a bird happily chirping away."
And
awesome. Solid nano bird reference.
Joelle Castile with 60 words, so
nice.
Under the 100 word club. But you also just came in, so that's awesome.
Catherine Jackson wrote 148 words, and in reference to a flamethrower, wrote, "Maybe there'll be something useful inside." Useful inside the flamethrower? Intriguing. Is your character looking for gears or parts? I like it. Cool.
Shannon Dowling with 56 words. I could see buildings with smoke billowing out of the windows and an eagle flying to safety, or maybe just flying away from the heartache that was the zombie-infested town.
I love it. Zombie-infested towns are always like so ripe for story potential. Alicia Santos says that they only got 19 words, but don't feel bad. 19 words is still like 19 times one word, which is pretty impressive.
19 words more than you had.
Yeah.
3 minutes ago.
And I think we're gonna kind of go on to our next thing. So what's kind of the topic of this word write-in today?
We are talking about point of view today. Obviously we know people pretty much have their point of view sorted out, but it's always a good time for questions and working out on their point of view, because like me, I switch between point of views all the time.
Cool.
So like I'll be writing a first person and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's third person. Yeah. When did that even happen? So it could, just be that maybe you should be writing in third person and for your story instead of first.
Yeah.
But those things happen.
And what we'd love to know, like what point of view you guys are writing your stories in, if you're writing in first person or third person, or if you're really going all out and trying that second person point of view.
Second person's hard.
That's real avant-garde, yo. I like it if you're doing it.
Let us know what point of view you're writing in the comments.
Personally, I typically always write in third person, honestly. Mm-hmm. Like I love first person. I love reading it. But I think it like gets like really like I don't know why I'm not that great at it. Sometimes I'll try to write like epistolary novels just because like I want to get into that first person part, but like when I try to write a whole novel that way, it like really trips me up.
Yeah, I've never finished a whole novel, even though I've participated. I am tongue-tied today. I have participated in NaNoWriMo before. Never finished. Never got close. But I don't know. I like for like class projects, like in my workshopping classes, I would write in third person and they'd be like short and sweet. But like for some reason, I can't do that in the novel I'm working on.
Cool. So yeah, definitely let us know what POV you guys write in, and we're gonna kind of do some word sprints, like kind of around the question of POV, which I think will be pretty cool. And so I think our first one, we're going to kind of talk about first person point of view. So first person point of view, typically, it's told from in the voice of one of your characters, right? Your main character, usually.
Sometimes switching the characters with distinctive voices.
Yeah. So typically they're like, you use the word I a lot to describe like your character. Like I think a lot of YA novels especially are written in first person perspective because it's a really good way to develop character and to get really into one character's head. So the Hunger Games, for example, it's all told from Katniss's first person perspective, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just read an excerpt from it last night, actually.
I'm pretty sure.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But like, I haven't read the Harry Potter series, so isn't that third?
I think that's third, yeah. But yeah, first person again, like it's really cool. It's a great way to get into one character's head and to like a lot of times it feels really like urgent because that character is immediately processing things. So it's cool. I love first person. I love reading it, and I love writing like bits of novels in first person, whether they're like letters or emails or texts or whatever. So that's kind of our next prompt. We're talking epistolary goodness. So in this next word sprint, we're going to go for about 7 minutes. The prompt is to have one of your characters write a letter or an email or a text or a telegram or whatever else.
Could be Morse code.
Could be Morse code. That would be
I don't
pretty
know
impressive.
how to interpret Morse code. So.
Yeah. If someone submits a sentence and it's just like ... dash dash ... that would be amazing.
I would copy and paste that and make an effort to find out what it means next week.
So we're gonna go for 7 minutes again, and if the prompt doesn't work for you, of course, like totally go ahead and write your own thing. We totally understand that. So,
yeah, and please share your favorite sentence with us
at the end, yeah.
as well. So we're going to start time now. Yes, Nanobird is outside the window right now.
We're at about the 1 minute mark, so get ready to wrap up your scenes.
If you want to share your favorite sentence, please do so in the chat.
Ah.
That's time. Very vocal.
Yes. Wrap up your sentences, and then if you want to let us know your word counts during that word sprint and possibly a sentence or two, or whether you wrote in Morse code or wrote a telegraph.
There's a couple people with telegrams.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. That's awesome. I definitely said telegraph instead of telegram. My bad.
There's one also about your shirt.
Whoa, this is the Camp NaNoWriMo shirt.
So from Melody Plan, as time ticks by, the compass on Tim's shirt slowly transforms into a festive sugar cookie.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, this is totally this year's Camp NaNoWriMo shirt. It's a compass rose, and it says Camp NaNoWriMo really small right here. It's pretty classy.
Most, compass roses are.
We were looking at your comments from earlier about perspective, and sounds like a lot of you guys are writing from third person, and not, and definitely a sprinkling of first person, but actually a lot of people writing from a bunch of different third person perspectives in their writing projects, which was really cool. I love that idea, and definitely, like Game of Thrones, does that really well with multiple character perspectives. I don't know if that's written in first or third, so my bad.
I don't know either, so yeah. Don't feel bad.
And thank you to everyone who confirmed that Harry Potter is written in third limited, which makes a lot of sense. And then I saw a question from Philosophy, asking how do you find a distinct first person character voice, which I think is a really, really good question. And actually, if you've ever read The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, that was actually a book that had a really, really distinct character voice. And I think that comes from kind of knowing your character really well. And so I'd suggest a lot of different character exercises, thinking about how they relate to their family, what their background was growing up, who their friends are, what kind of slang do they use. But The Brief Wondrous Life of Oscar Wilde, if you guys ever get a chance to read that book by Junot Diaz, it's really, really good. And he has a really distinct, unique character voice. When it was so distinct that for a while, when I was writing afterwards, I found myself slipping into it. And I was like, ugh.
I think a lot of people have that problem too, though. I know I've received questions in the past that were how do you not let what books you're reading influence what you're writing?
Yeah.
And when you don't want it, especially to influence it. But really, sometimes it's just hard to break away.
Totally. And I think I don't know, there's kind of a positive aspect of it too, because you learn to kind of like try on different writing styles and stuff. And then I think that contributes to kind of you building your own eventually. And then someone, I think Paige was asking about good pirate names.
Yes.
And you got some awesome suggestions. There was one that was like Isabella Bloodclaw or something, which was bad.
Copperhook, right?
Yeah.
The one I saw?
Yeah.
Isabella Copperhook.
Yeah. That was super awesome. And it made me think of, there's that one Chinese female pirate. I think her name was like Qing Shi or something like that. But she was like undefeated when she was like a pirate, and then she's like one of the few pirates to retire from piracy. So I guess usually you like
just in it for life.
Yeah, or
really?
or like you're like killed.
Well,
or
then
caught.
life, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I think that qualifies.
It's totally true.
So,
any good word counts, sentences?
I had a question from Kylie. Sorry if I butchered this. Ravenoff. Onto, sorry. So she got 100 words, but does that qualify as being part of your club?
100? Oh, that is such a good question. Because, yeah, I mean, is it 100 words and under club, or is it just an under 100 word club?
That's up to you.
Well, okay.
It's your club.
I feel like all members of the club should vote on this question. So let's reconvene after we've gotten people's feedback on that. Yes. I'm inclined to say yes. Like, I feel like it's a pretty inclusive. I mean, by nature, it's an exclusive club, but, you know, I feel like we try to be flexible. Sharice Mojgani wrote 249 words. Melanie Hanna wrote 200 spot on, and they used this emoji. No, I didn't do that right. It's like the emoji. That's what I always think of. But that's great.
Oh my gosh, I tried to just copy some of your guys' words into a separate Word document so we could read them out, and I copied the whole chat.
Oh, no.
Somehow I copied the whole chat, so I don't even know.
Alex Owen wrote what sounds like a telegram. Wrote, the master wants all staff to stay behind one day to help open the home. Stop. How is the bird? Stop. I can almost hear her chirping. Stop. Please take good care of Amelia for me. Stop. I'm going to consider that a reference to Nano Bird, which I love.
I love that you actually included the stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Enchanted Dancerina wrote 293 words. That's pretty impressive. Any other ones you want to read out, Hannah?
I'm trying to find.
Okay.
Apparently the whole chat is in my Word document. So Jennifer Sarah with 126 words said, hey Mom, we made it fine to Ireland and we are having a great time. I've only made it to one yarn store, but we'll find you a bag of yarn to die for, I promise. I'm assuming that's a text. So.
Nice, I like it. Oh, there's some good recommendations for distinct character voices. Beth S. recommends Percy Jackson. That has a really distinct character voice. And To Kill a Mockingbird, as recommended by Roz Haywood. I would totally agree that as a really distinct, great character voice.
I think I'm part of your under 100 word club right now.
Oh, nice.
I only wrote 24 words during that bit of the text message. So I'm writing a young adult novel right now. Nice. And so, I mean, text messages make sense in this time period. But my main character, Aubrey, is being kind of like, I guess, courted by this guy named Rowler, which
courted, so old-fashioned.
Like he wants to like take her out properly. Everyone thinks he's like this bad guy. He's not even a main character. But he texted her and he's like, Aubrey, how can I compare thee to a summer's day? Perhaps if you join me at the bonfire tonight, you can let me.
So Shakespearean.
Right?
This guy sounds classy.
That's what we're aiming for.
Awesome, cool. Should we move on to the next one?
That just means we're going into coffee break, right?
Oh, I think we're at the second word sprint.
Do we go?
Right? The third person one?
Oh, yes. I had it lower than what I thought. Yeah, second one.
Cool. Tell us a little bit about that, Hannah.
So we're going to go to third person, all-knowing, or omniscient. So obviously this is written from an outside perspective, but they know you. So tongue-tied today. Every character's thoughts, and it can also be like their actions, thoughts, everything can be expressed in this point of view still while being in third person. So we're going to do a word sprint for about 7 minutes. So choose maybe a lesser character in your story or novel, whatever you're doing, and give us a stream of consciousness for your next scene. Okay. We'll give you guys a 1 minute warning, and 7 minutes is starting now. Cat Jones, you don't have to write in third person. It's totally optional.
Yeah. Prompts are optional for sure.
We have about 1 more minute. If you want to share your favorite sentence in the chat, please go ahead and start doing that now.
Time's up. Pencils down.
There's a lot of comments about your socks
Whoa.
in the chat.
Thanks, guys. Good. Wait, good comments?
Yeah, they all love your socks. And want to know if you're wearing Toms or not.
No, I'm not wearing Toms. I'm wearing Vans. But I have even cooler socks, you guys. I'll wear them the next time. But cool. Let us know. Yeah, definitely let us know your word counts this time around. And if you want to also, like Hannah said, share a sentence. There were a lot of votes for the 100 and under club.
Yes.
I think we're gonna go with 100 and under.
Yeah, let's.
Catherine Jackson suggested 99 and a half and under.
What constitutes, like, literally half a word, like you stop mid-sentence?
Yeah, maybe. Which I kind of like. I'm really,
Yeah.
I'm really delighted by that idea.
That's something I would spearhead.
I think it's too hard. And then Melody Plan. I think some people were like sad about not being in the 100 and under club, and Melody Plan pointed out that you're in another club. It's called Success. So
Melody Plan just keeps, filling the chat while you guys are writing, which is nice. It's funny.
Yeah,
it's nice to see.
Totally accurate. I mean, like, probably the 100 and under club is not a club to aspire to join. It's just here for you. If you happen to join it, it just pops up and welcomes you into its warm, loving embrace.
It's a comfort thing. It's really for all us because we all join it.
Yeah.
We all join it at some point.
Yeah. There's a blobby for you. He's like really cuddleable. He says nice things to you about the words you actually did right. It's pretty nice. But I mean, again, don't aspire to come here.
I copied the whole chat again. I don't know how I did that.
I also liked how member 3434 gave us a heads up that they were going to be writing third person about a character's rockin' bod. Love it. I'm looking forward to that sentence. So let's go ahead and look at some of the word counts.
Yes.
What do you think? Go for it.
Always Alex has 184.
Nice. And
wrote, he heard their words over and over and, oh, I lost it. Sorry, it wasn't actually in my, I was trying to find it.
I think I found it.
Okay, over and over and felt his stomach clench and unclench, and the only thing keeping him sane was the safe feeling of wood and concrete on all sides.
Nice. Soul Twin TV wrote, Veronica made no claim to understand why these two were at each other's throats when it was painfully obvious neither of them wanted to be, but she wanted to find out. I like that. So there seems like some tension. Maybe it's some like romantic tension.
Possibly. Adara Verena, sorry if I butchered that, at 234 words. Silence fell as the high priest took the stand. His voice filled the hall, reaching every ear.
Nice. I like that too. Sunny Poe asked if the nano bird is still a thing, and yeah, why do you think her minions are here?
Nano bird representatives.
Pippi Nana C8 wrote 156 words this time around, which is totally awesome.
Hallie T90 said, my parents still believe in taking off your shoes at the front door, even though our apartment is not very nice. I can relate to that.
Sad apartment woes. Kristen D wrote, I looked at her drawn face, having just been cleverly disguised as happy, and had to admit to myself I didn't have an answer. How could she, a shy girl suffering the loss of her father, save Athea? I like that. I thought that was really like totally captured a character in a few words. Let's see. What else? What else? Any other good ones you found?
I'm looking through again. Mostly just through my Word document since it's all there.
Nice. Tick X Chick said that they missed the prompt for over a minute in the beginning and totally blanked after the 1 minute warning, but still scored 204 words and stopped mid-sentence. So you are a rock star, clearly. Teach us your ways.
Everyone commenting on feeding Blobby.
Oh, okay. We can feed Blobby. Look, it's a pecan. He's totally full now.
Blobby doesn't eat very much. Did you read out Lexi Carter yet? No.
No.
So Lexi Carter with 500 words. If Ludia was able to form an outer layer from water, was I? Oh my goodness, you guys! I keep losing it. Was I able to do the same with fire?
Nice. Cool. These are awesome. It seems like people are really getting some momentum. I'm so glad people are writing. And now it's time for our coffee break, which we're
actually time for our coffee break this time.
We're going to try to keep it pretty short this time around.
No complicated word games with poems and.
We tried it last time around. I feel like some of you were into it.
And some were definitely not into it.
We'll try again next time. But this time around, we thought we'd keep it simple. If you guys have, we just do like a quick Q&A. If you have any like major questions about like, writing or NaNoWriMo or anything else, like shoot those towards us and we will answer them. But in the meantime, we wanted to share some great camp snack ideas.
Yes. I had someone I know someone that made s'mores with Peeps not that long ago.
Delicious.
Like, the sugar-coated ones. And I had asked him, how much fire did that cause because of all the sugar? It's coated on the outside. I mean, I think it would be like nice and crispy.
Yeah.
I like my marshmallows burnt.
I feel like it would caramelize.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds really
good.
Really
good.
I'm definitely like a nut fan. And Blobby is too. He just ate that pecan. But I tend to fill like a mug. This is our Camp Nano mug, but I filled this with pecans. And I also love like the traditional camp s'more thing. My friend did something freaking genius for the 4th of July this weekend. She made a s'more skillet. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
I've seen that though. I wanted to try it.
Amazing. So basically you put like just like Hershey bars or whatever, some sort of chocolate at the bottom of the skillet, and then you melt it, and then you put a layer of marshmallows over that, and then you stick that in the oven under the broiler, and then it like all melts. And then you take graham crackers and you just drag it through.
I feel like that's very easy to burn. So,
yeah,
especially if you don't add like condensed milk to it, because that's generally like how you make fudge.
Oh.
Yeah, and fudge takes a while to, it doesn't harden completely.
Yeah.
But
definitely,
I would add condensed milk if you guys are gonna do that.
So cool. Some of these questions, Kylie Raventus asks, do the words you write for the word sprints count towards your camp word count goal? I would say definitely.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't, count it as a separate thing at all.
Definitely. I mean, like, the word sprints are designed to help you succeed in your writing project. So as long as they're doing that, then completely add them to your word counts. Let's see. Any other questions?
Elizabeth Anderson said stuffed jalapenos. Do you guys eat that again? I love stuffed jalapenos.
I love those too.
They're so good.
Wait, are stuffed jalapenos different from jalapeno poppers?
No, I think they're the same thing. Unless you're stuffing the jalapeno with things otherwise, like
a chili. That sounds really good right now.
Yeah,
too.
I could go for that.
Yeah, I know. Do misspelled or slang words count on our word count? Asked Haley T90. And yes, definitely. I mean, you should probably go back and correct the misspelled words at some point, but like you shouldn't not count them.
Yeah, especially like during word sprints, you want to try to get everything out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So it's not, Spelling doesn't really matter during those.
Mm,
It might confuse you later on when you go back and like, what was that?
Melanie asked, when are the new camp shirts going to be available? So these are totally the 2015 camp shirts, and they're in the store now. So if you want to check those out, they're really cool. And, you know, I think we talked about it before. They're super comfortable. It's one of my favorite shirts that we've ever made. Ryan says puppy chow is the bomb, and puppy chow is the bomb.
What's puppy chow?
It's like that Chex. It's like Chex, I think, and then it's like kind of coated in chocolate.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
I think that's what it is.
What was it? We used to make like, you know, like the mud with the chocolate pudding and Oreos and gummy worms.
Yes!
Yeah.
I missed that. Megan H writes, how do you write from the opposite genders POV?
I think that's something like a lot of people struggle with. I'm in a Disney role play, and I decided to take a male character, and I was like, how am I going to write a man? I am not a man. Obviously. But I mean, really the best way I find is to like just write, as long as you know your character and what they stand for. Really, their gender is something that's perceived by other people, and you don't really, there are like mannerisms and things that definitely like attribute to. So if you wanted to study people, I people watch, then I would do that. But really, you just write them, I think.
I totally agree with that. Like, I think if you want some practice with writing like opposite genders, or like kind of some like limitations to help you learn, like it's like kind of going off of the people watching thing. Like if you want to write from the perspective of like characters based off of people, you like creating characters based off people, you know, and then just kind of having an idea of like, okay, like this character is loosely based on my dad or whatever, right? And then how would my dad approach this? How would he talk about this? And that kind of like helps you get into a specific voice. But that's actually really related to that question someone asked earlier about how do you create a really distinct character voice? And it's totally linked to just like knowing your character really well and how they would react and how their gender would play a role in their reactions, or whether it would. Really.
There are totally a ton of character charts for that too. Like if you don't think you know your character well enough, if you just like enter a simple Google search even, you can find a lot of things that will help you outline your character and get to know them a little better, especially like certain prompts too. Maybe like we'll put your character into a different situation that maybe you wouldn't have thought of before.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. And then I think maybe we'll take this as our last question, but Christina Van Estes asks, I'm about to hit my goal, which amazing, congratulations. And then went on to ask, I saw you could change your Camp Nano word goal, but it didn't answer how often or how long you can change them. So you can change it as often as you like. It stops being allowed to change, I think, on the 20th. So sometime during the 3rd week of camp, you're not allowed to change your word count goal anymore. But up till then, like you can change it as often as you'd like. And I love the idea that you're going to change it to like increase your word count goal.
Yeah, I'm not even at 10K yet.
If anything,
I'm at like 5.
If anything, I will be decreasing my word count goal.
Yeah, I think mine's going to be decreasing too. And it's not very high to begin with.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks so much, you guys. Good coffee break. In my case, I ate pecans out of a coffee mug.
I had my like strawberry refresher thing.
I know. You guys can't see her drink, but it's so pink and pretty.
It looks orange on the camera.
Oh, does it?
I don't know. But there's strawberries in there, and that's yummy.
Looks great. All right, we're going to go right into our next word sprint.
Yeah, and that's going to be about 5 minutes.
We're going to go into this after our break because it's going to be an intense one. It's second person. So second person, like we've talked about, is really tricky. And it's challenging because you're speaking directly to a reader, but the upsides are that like it is also like it's a very immediate feeling perspective, and it puts the reader in the middle of the action. So our suggested prompt,
yes, is within your current scene, have your character turn to the reader and ask them a question. The use of you and we is highly encouraged, but if you don't like that, then we do have an optional prompt for this one. And it is write a restaurant review directly to the owner of the restaurant. So if you're just feeling a little stuck, don't really write second person, but still want to try it out, that's a good one too.
Yeah, maybe your character can be reviewing, I don't know, another character's cooking for some reason.
Also, bonus points if you use the phrase "not enough access to abundant hot sauce."
Which is like a phrase I use all the time.
Yeah, of course. Because hot sauce, I mean, nothing is as good as hot sauce.
Yeah. So basically, the prompt is to break the fourth wall, Zach Morris style. Have your character talk to the reader. If you don't want to try that, try having one of your characters write a review of another character's cooking, or if there happens to be a restaurant in your story or something. Bonus points if you use the phrase "not enough access to abundant hot sauce." If you don't like that, write whatever you want.
Yeah, just right along with us.
This is a particularly tricky prompt, so we totally understand if you want to go for your own thing. So we're going to go for 5 minutes this time.
All right, and we're going to start now. We have about a minute left. That is time.
Wrap up your sentences, let us know your word counts, and a sentence or two. If you use the second person POV, awesome. If not, that's totally cool.
Yeah. What did you end up writing?
So I was like, I'm going to write second person. And then so I just started with the word you. And then for some reason, I wrote the first lyric to the song You Are Beautiful by Christina Aguilera.
That's totally. Yes.
I was like, that's weird. And then I went on to actually write part of my character sentence. And so I had my character writing to their mom. And so talking about like memories of their moms is like, you know, like things like, you used to do this or you said this and stuff. And so that was kind of interesting. It helped me out. I was looking at some of people's comments about changing their word count goals, and Mailman said that they were going to change their word count goal to 200K, but they were afraid that people would hate them. Here's the thing. Haters are going to hate.
They are.
You just got to stroll on by and hit that 200K.
And that word counts for you. It's not for your haters.
Yeah.
So who cares what the haters say?
Bye, haters. Cool. Any good word counts? Sentences?
Yes. We have Melanie Hannon with 115, and she used the hot sauce. Was there not enough access to abundant hot sauce? I asked, motioning with the fire extinguisher at the very burnt food.
Nice. Hannah Lunsford said, this prompt definitely tripped me up. 65 words. Still, that's awesome. And Blobby welcomes you into his warm embrace at the 100 Words and Under Club.
Is Blobby the mascot now?
Of the 100 Words and Under Club? Maybe.
I feel like get him a bow tie.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
I don't know if he has enough room on his neck, though.
Yeah, he doesn't really have a neck. People seem super concerned that we're not feeding him, but, like, do you see him? He's getting plenty of food.
We have Anna Engel with 142. Fear creeps onto your heart as you imagine what is hiding behind the plant, waiting to jump and attack.
That's awesome. Fear has creeped onto my heart. That's accurate. Emma Cooperus wrote, why don't you just stop reading? Why can't you just let me stay here? It's not bad here. Not good either, but at least I can still hope. Awesome.
Mia in Narnia wrote 345 words, and it's fine. You didn't use the prompts; they're always optional.
Yeah. And let's see. Kat Davis wrote 98 words. Karma sighs and turns her gaze outside the page. Are you paying attention? Because it's true. I really am a bitch. I also like ruffles on my dresses, pigtails, and long walks on the beach. That was great. Let's see. Well, Denise Walker wrote 59 words. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Ambulance dispatch for which town or city? Her mind felt like a stuck gear, grinding and grinding, but never moving. These are awesome.
Yeah, Jennifer Sara with 125. All of a sudden, you see yourself in a portrait on the wall. A titanically fatal iceberg hits your inner frontal lobe, causing you to question your whole existence.
Intense. I like it. So we've actually kind of run out of time. I think we got super mesmerized by all your sentences and word counts.
I think so.
So we're reading a lot. So we're going to skip this last word sprint, but if you want to check it out, check it out. The prompt is in the video description below. And if you want to go ahead and tackle it, maybe the next time we come back around, we'll ask you if you guys used it and like what sentences you might have gotten out of it.
And we'll actually remember to ask who used it, since we didn't ask about the task today.
What was the task last time then?
Task last week was the 26-word sentence to the 1-word sentence with paragraph.
Yeah.
If you guys actually did it and want to leave that below in the comments, I want to see that.
Definitely leave it in the comments, not in the live chat, because the live chat disappears after this and we never get to see it again, which is really depressing.
Yeah.
But if you put it in the comments, if you did last week's little challenge, then we may possibly get in touch and send you something cool. Cool. So yeah, if you want to try out the last prompt that we didn't get to this time, that's great. And thank you guys so much for coming. The next virtual write-in's tomorrow.
Yeah, and we're going to be focusing on plot. So
I'm not going to be here, but Aman will be back.
Yes.
And I think that's at 2 p.m.
We'll be doing it at 2 p.m. this week, but the virtual write-in times are going to change next week.
Yes.
So
tomorrow, Wednesday, it's 2 p.m. Pacific time. Next week, we're going to do them again on Tuesday and Wednesday, but the Tuesday one's going to be at 2 p.m. and the Wednesday one's going to be at 11 a.m. We're always going to create the events ahead of time, so you'll see them if you go to our channel page under upcoming live events. So you can keep track of them that way as well. And we also wanted to mention, if you guys haven't gotten the email yet or seen on social media or whatever, we've launched our summer drive today. It's called the Everyday Inspiration Campaign. It's really, really neat. Basically, we're just raising National NaNoWriMo Writing Month is a nonprofit. We're raising some money to keep this amazing writing community going, and there's some really cool swag that comes with it. It's our NaNoWriMo inspiration kit for the very first time. We've never done this before, and it's only available to people who donate in the next couple of weeks during the summer inspiration campaign. And so you get this little pocket inspiration journal that you can carry around in your pocket, and whenever something inspires you, you can go ahead and jot that down in here. It's lined, it's really neat. And then you also get this NaNoWriMo inspired button. It's super cute. And you get a personalized pep talk from one of our previous pep talk authors. It's been illustrated, and they're really beautiful. The pep talk authors are like people like John Green or Neil Gaiman, Marissa Meyer. They're really awesome. So you should check that out. You can go to store.nanowrimo.org for that. And all of your donations will help keep our programs running, our nonprofit programs running, which is cool.
We want that. So
we
do. So next week, if you want a little task besides just the last write-in, or word sprint, sorry, go ahead and take your favorite animal and write a paragraph in your story from its point of view. If you want to have bonus points, write from NanoBird or Blobby, and leave them in the comments or put them in the chat tomorrow.
Cool.
So, yeah.
And yeah, if you guys if you guys tackle one of the challenges we leave you with at the end of these, we'll look in the comments for those and possibly get in touch to send you something neat. Yeah. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.